New videos every day.
Hi, my name is Sonja Spray and I'm a yoga teacher from Austin, Texas. And today I'm going to teach you a sequence for yoga for joints. So we're going to start off in a simple seated position. So whatever that means for you. You can start just a simple cross-legged, or if that's kind of annoying on the knees, you can bring just one ankle in front of the other. And you can also use props to support your knees if you want. But we're just going to start high in a nice tall posture. So drawing the sternum over the pelvic bone, if you can kind of feel that. So you just have a really gentle curve in the back. The other thing that helps you feel a little higher sometimes and can take a little pressure out of the knees, if you feel any there, is either rolling up a towel or a blanket or using a cushion to stack under your tush so that your hips come above your knees. So once you're there, you can either bring your hands to your knees or in front of your heart. And we're just going to start with a slow, even breath. So starting inhaling through the nose and feel that travel filling the low belly first, and then the rib cage separates. And then finally the sternum lifts towards the chin. And exhale, that reverses. The sternum sinks, the rib cage comes in, and the belly empties. And so kind of going at the same pace as that breath, we're going to start rotating our neck. So bringing the chin down towards the chest, and then just rotating first that right ear towards the left ear, or right ear towards the right shoulder, and left ear towards the left shoulder. And as you do this, you can take it as slow or as quickly as you want. If you take it really slow, you can really kind of feel that stretch, feel it extend. And if you take it a little faster, you can take maybe the stretch not quite as far, but feel those muscles just start to warm up gently as you just rock side to side. And as you go, you can kind of vary it too. If you've started off with these short little rotations, you can start bringing your ear all the way to the shoulder gradually. Feel the back and side of the neck loosen. And again, continue breathing fully as you do this practice, sending oxygen into the muscles and relieving any tension. And as you're ready, we're going to bring the chin back to center and look up. And then we're going to take it side to side. So first, glancing over your right shoulder, and I'm mirroring you, so don't let that confuse you if mirroring is strange to you. And again, taking it as far as you want, and always being gentle as you look side to side. And try and start each moment with an inhale. So inhale and switch. Inhale to switch. And exhale to let go. And we're going to come back to center. We're going to extend the arms in front of us and just rotate the wrists. So rotating outward and then inward. And then reversing it again. And then we're going to take the knuckles together, and you can either press the palms away from you or the knuckles away from you if that's a little bit too much on your wrists. And just take it gently and feel space in between the shoulder blades as the wrists move away from you. And then if you have your palms facing away, bring them in and press the opposite way. And we're going to shake it out. Now we're going to come to all fours. So moving your props out of the way. And if your knees are sensitive, you're going to want to use probably something a little thicker than this towel, a blanket to stack under the knees. And also if you tend to get foot cramps, what you can do with a blanket is lay it flat so your knees can still be on it, and then just rotate that back end up a little bit. And even if you're not supporting your knees, you can do this for your feet. So when your feet hang off the back, instead of them being at this harsh angle, when they're on a roll like that, they're kind of angled in, kind of half flexed at a 45-degree angle. So once you're all set up, we're going to take it through a few cycles of cat and cow. So stacking the hips over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists. On an inhale, you'll look up and let the belly fall. And exhale, you're going to draw the air out as you tuck the tailbone under and release your head down. Take that again, inhaling and looking up, and exhaling, tucking the tailbone and really squeezing the air out. Inhale up, lift the sit bones, and exhale, rolling all the way up the spine. And then we'll come back to neutral, just a simple tabletop position. And then we're going to take a side to side, so swinging the right hip and shoulder out away from you as the left draw together, and then opposing sides. Again, taking this gently. Feel that working in your hips. And if this side to side is uncomfortable for your knees, you can always return to a simple cat-cow, working up and down. Okay, and then we're going to come back to center and press back into child's pose or puppy pose if that's a little bit too much on the hips this early in the practice. So in puppy pose, your toes can be tucked under and your hips are just a little higher as you stretch forward. In child's pose, your hips sink all the way back over your heels. And return to your breath here, so drawing full into the belly. If you want to take your knees to the width of the mat and bring your toes together, that creates a little bit more space. So inhaling and breathing in and exhaling, letting that all out. And we're going to come forward for Triangle Mukha Pada Paschimottanasana. So to enter this pose, let's start with our legs straight out in front of us. And we're going to take that left leg first and draw the knee back and bent. If for any reason this is too much on your knees, you can use a block or blankets, sit on a book or a cushion to raise yourself up so the fold isn't as intense in your knees, or you can also bring it up to a standing position like that. So anyway, whichever position you choose, you're going to feel those hips sink back. The weight is going to be in your legs. And as you exhale, you're going to reach for that front foot. So you can either use a strap here, or you can always just grab onto your shin. And you're going to start sinking forward. So a little bit of rounding in the back is okay, but you want to draw the shoulder blades down the back and lift the chest up to keep a nice amount of length in the spine. And you can relax your head down, shake it out. And you're going to feel some stretch in your hamstrings, and you want to make sure that's in the middle of your hamstring. So bend that front knee a little bit and feel that stretch go into the meat of the muscle. You're going to hold it here for a few breaths. And then we're going to come up, release on an inhale. Remove any props and set yourself up on the opposite side. So drawing the left leg forward, sitting on top of anything that gives you extra height and keeps any sensations out of the knees. And on your exhale, leaning forward, reaching for the foot or the shin, and then relaxing your neck. And so even though your head is curving forward, you can lift that collarbone and that sternum and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Feel that your hips are really heavy here, that you're grounded. Inhale and exhale deeply, relieving any tension. And again, don't hyperextend your knee, so bend it slightly if you need to make sure that stretch is happening in the middle of the hamstring. And we're going to release, inhale, coming up. And we're going to take some gentle twists, so keep that prop handy if you used one. And we're going to take Bharavajasana, which is just a sage's name. So it's a twist. So we're going to set up kind of the same way. So you're going to have your left knee tucked behind you, but this time your right knee is going to be bent too, and they're just going to kind of lay one over the other. And again, if you feel anything in the knees, you can lift yourself up and out of the pose with the prop. And then you're just going to inhale and draw the hand across the hip on top of the thigh. And then this hand can either come to your hip, the small of your back, or you can reach for the opposite thigh, and you'll look behind you and gently enter the twist. So you never want to force a twist. You want to keep it safe for the small of the back. So inhale and lift up, and on the exhales, you really just relax into the twist and just go as far as your body's will. In fact, twists are easier when you relax. Feel your belly get soft and feel it just shift into that direction you're trying to twist. And quiet anything that's coming up in your mind with just a nice slow breath. And we'll inhale and come back to center and switch sides. So swinging the legs in the opposite direction, bending one knee and laying it over the other. And drawing that hand across on top of the thigh and looking behind you. Using both hands for a little bit of traction to hold the twist, but never push yourself. So inhaling, feeling like somebody's just pulling you up by your hair, and exhaling and relaxing into the twist. Feel your hips are heavy here too, supporting you. Your thighs are heavy. You have a nice base. And if that sit bone that you're twisting away from is peeling up off the floor, press into that. And that actually extends the twist, makes it a little bit deeper. Okay, and your next inhale, come back to center. And we're going to take it into Baddha Konasana now. So you probably want a little bit lower of a prop for Baddha Konasana. But Baddha Konasana is just bound angle pose. So we're bringing the soles of our feet together. And then maybe this time using a towel or a blanket if you want to bring those hips up above the knees. And inhale and really feel heavy in the legs again. Sink down in the hips, feel the groins deepen. And exhale, fold forward, bringing your forehead towards the floor. And if your forehead doesn't come all the way to the floor, but you still want to feel that nice relaxing contact, you can bring a block in front of you again and relax down. So while you're here, don't press into the thighs, just let gravity work them, or even if you're feeling a little bit too much in the hips, you can use blankets, blocks, whatever you have available to prop the knees up. An evenly sized pair of books. But you can use your hands against the ankles to draw your shoulder blades back while you're bent forward. Try and let go here. Feel the stretch across the back of the neck. Again, it's really important in this pose for the hips to get heavy and to sink down. You don't want to feel an intense stretch in this pose, but you want to feel just a deep letting go in those muscles. Breathe into anywhere that you feel tension. Maybe shake your head side to side and back and forth to make sure you're really letting go across the neck. On your next inhale, roll your way up. And so for our final pose, instead of taking a normal Shavasana or corpse pose, we're going to use some props. So if you have a big bolster or cushion, pillow at home, you can use that. Otherwise, you can stack books or blocks at various heights or blankets and just kind of experiment here. You might even want to put something behind your head so your head doesn't fall back so far. You don't necessarily need something under the small of the back if you don't need support there, or maybe you just want something rolled underneath for a little bit of support. And so it's just a restorative, gentle back bend. Feeling the shoulders open. Our pectoral muscles tend to be really tight, so you just want to let go there. Feel that sink down. And if you have a wall nearby, you can also rest your legs against the wall, or you can keep your knees up if that's more comfortable, and that'll kind of help put the sacrum back into place. So rest here for another 5 minutes. Reconnect with your breath. Maybe close your eyes and just enjoy gravity doing its work on your back and across your chest. And my name's Sonja Spray, and that was a yoga practice for your joints. And in our next video, we'll do a yoga practice for anxiety. Thanks.
If you liked this video, we have hundreds of more alternative videos ranging from sexual health to psychology to mind control. So if you liked it, go ahead and click on me to enter the Psychetruth channel.